What's up everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if this is your first time here. My name is Hope, and today I'm going to be reacting to Project Fear's interview, whatever you want to call it, with Cody and Satori. Now, I said I was done speaking about them, which I plan on being done speaking about them, but I was requested to watch this video and react to it, and I watched a little bit of it, and it just blows me away with the stuff that Cody and Satori say. So I had to just hop on and react to this real quick. I have a lot of opinions about them. If you want to know most of my opinions about them, go and watch my first reaction video to Sam and Colby's first part of their Conjuring series, because I state most of my opinions in that one, but I'm sure I will have a lot more to say after this video. So, let's just get right into it.
Cody and Satori, like, take us through the day that you realized that you had this capability, this ability, and like, how did it happen?
On accident. We didn't know we could do any of this beforehand. Definitely didn't have the kind of communication we had until we first met.
That's just a straight up lie. There are videos of Cody doing this method years before him and Satori even met. So that is just a straight up lie. She is lying right to their faces immediately. Literally the first question, and she's already lying about it. At this point in time, Sam and Colby's videos have already come out. They've already been debunked. People have already posted those videos of Cody doing this method before they met. So why would you still continue to try to lie whenever you know that that is out there now? What is the point of continuing to lie? I don't get it. I don't get it.
So I was like, you know what? It's on my way. I'll come by and pick her up.
It wasn't on his way. He drove off route to come get me. He says, "Hi, I hear you're joining the team. Let me come pick you up since it's on the way." He drove like an hour off route.
Smooth.
Okay, so you went an hour out of your way to pick up Satori.
I don't know any of Project Fear's name. I'm going to be honest. I've never watched them before. They seem great because I saw that they posted these videos and immediately put out a statement about Cody and Satori and everything. They seem pretty solid. The girl on the team, you could tell, I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like I could tell that she's already over it, because Satori kind of tried to veer the conversation somewhere else with the, oh, he drove an hour out of his way. What does that have to do with the question? What does that have to do with anything? Why are you even bringing that up?
What it is about you two that is making this thing actually happen?
We definitely don't think we're the only ones, for sure. Since Sam and Colby's videos have come out, we've been contacted by people who have been trying this and saying that they're starting to get little results.
Where? Where are those people that have contacted you saying that they are getting the same results? Because I would love to see it. Because as of right now, to everyone's knowledge, Cody and Satori seem to be the only people who are able to do this method, which makes it that much more unbelievable and unrealistic. So, if there are other people out there that are able to do this, show us. And show us them doing it with no socks and shoes on. Or I actually saw a genius comment in how people were like, oh, if they don't want to show their feet, which is understandable, have them lay down. Don't have their feet on the ground. Why don't you do that?
We are taking it very seriously though, so like we, make certain rules for ourselves, things that we can't do, like we can't take money from the people directly that we're helping with this method of communication. We're also acknowledging that the only reason we feel that we have this is for the sole purpose of helping other people. So it's like, it's not for us, and the only thing we can do is help other people with it. So like that's kind of the things that we've developed with it as well.
I know.
So not taking money from people, that's because it would then become a scam, and you could be sued for it because you would be proven to be faking this. They would be liable to be sued if they took money from people. That is why they do not do it. It's as easy as that. And then them saying that they're trying to help people. If you were trying to help people, why not be more specific in the information that you were giving them? Why is it always just, we are here with you, we love you, we are watching over you, blah, blah, blah? Why is it always the most basic stuff? Get more personal about it. I want to hear actual personal stuff that you are telling these people. Prove that it is real. I desperately wish that I could sit down with Cody and Satori, talk to them about this, have them do the method on me. And I want to know personal information. If my grandma or my pop is coming through, I want them to tell me for sure that it is them. I want to know stuff from them that only they would know, that there is not information of online. Then I will believe it. But again, they fake everything. They do not take money because they would be liable to be sued if that was the case, because they've been proven to be false.
So your dad, Jason Haas, he's a huge figure in the paranormal. He's literally like started this. What does your dad think of these abilities that you guys have?
Okay, all right. So, my dad at first was very skeptical, which obviously I even was, so that makes perfect sense. Be skeptical. My dad was like, okay, how is this happening? Are they finding information? You know, things like that. Obviously, he doesn't want to assume that about me, but obviously he's going to look into it because he...
I would put every penny that I have on Jason Haas being the one behind all of this. He is the one that told Cody and Satori to do this. Or Cody came to him after he joined TAPS and was like, hey, look at this cool thing that I do. And Jason took it and ran with it, got Satori involved in it, and it blew up. What are the chances? What are the actual chances that this huge ghost hunter that everyone in the paranormal community knows just so happens to have a daughter that is able to do this? That is so unrealistic and unbelievable. Out of everyone in this world, it just so happens to be her, the daughter of a famous ghost hunter, that is able to do this. That's just not realistic. My husband and I, we experience insane paranormal stuff just on a daily basis, living in our home, existing. We have something about us where both of us have had paranormal experiences for as long as we can remember. We have very strong energy between us and just in us in general. Why wouldn't we be able to do this method? We get responses when we're ghost hunting. We get knocks, not doing this method, but we get knocks and stuff while we're doing investigations. Why wouldn't we be able to do this? Why aren't there more people who are able to do this? Sorry, I know I'm coming across probably very aggressive in this, but I'm just so sick of it. I'm so sick of Cody and Satori. They do not deserve the platform that they have. Neither does Jason Haas, if I'm being honest. Ghost Hunters is extremely fake, and there has been multiple people out there who have debunked them. I'm sure they get some real stuff because you're going to haunted places. You are going to have real stuff happen, but for the most part, it is fake. And it is just so frustrating to me seeing these people get huge audiences and get all of this fame and stuff when they are faking most of their content. It's just genuinely infuriating.
Some of
it's been quite comical, to be honest.
It's been kind of funny.
We've gotten a laugh out of some of it. Just some of the theories that people are coming up with, like we're aliens and...
Yeah, we were joint popping, and I'm like, Cody had cancer. If he popped a joint, it wasn't going back. Like, you know.
That is an absolutely insane thing to say. I don't know if that's just me, but like that to me is an absolutely insane thing to say. And also, just because you had cancer, we're not talking about fully fucking popping your joints out of place. Like, you're not popping your shoulder out of place. That is not what is being said. She is taking it to the most like extreme point that you can when saying that. And again, it comes across as, oh yeah, that's not what we're doing. Look guys, we're not doing that. Trying to overcompensate almost. And the cancer comment was just unnecessary. It was so unnecessary.
One question is like the rules, like who makes the rules?
That's a good question. I don't think we know.
The whole rules thing is absolutely insane to me. I think that is complete bullshit. There are no rules in the spiritual realm. If there were, why do all of these paranormal investigators get responses and stuff at these locations that they go to that are seemingly more detailed than what Cody and Satori get when they're doing their method? Why would that be? Why are there only rules for Cody and Satori's method and there's not rules for just investigating in general? Why wouldn't these same rules apply to every paranormal investigator, every spirit in this world? It makes zero sense. When you actually think about it, it makes zero sense.
Can I take credit for the alphabet thing?
Yeah.
Because I think it was me. I was like, hey, can we spell out things? And that's how we got the how is this happening? How is this possible? And to be
Once again, Cody was doing this method before he met Satori. He was doing the alphabet method before he met her. So her taking credit for it, once again, is just a straight up lie.
I think the big thing that, because the Fox sisters, one of the sisters later in life, like admitted, like it was just our joints popping and our wrists and our ankles.
Yeah.
So there's people out there who are saying, well, this is either Cody or Satori's, something in their body, their joints are popping. It's like, what do you say to those people? Because that's one of the biggest theories right now.
Yeah, so the unfortunate thing about film is you can't convey direction very well. Like when you're in the room in person, at least when Satori and I do this, you can hear footsteps coming in from different directions. We've had it coming on the walls before, on the floors above us, below us. So that's one thing that's hard to convey on film.
No, it's easier in person to make people believe that it's coming from different directions because they are there in that moment experiencing it, and it seems like this incredibly unreal, insane thing that's happening to them. So it's easier to manipulate them in that moment and make them think it's coming from different directions. When it's being recorded, it is very obviously in one spot. That is the difference.
How do we go about disproving that one day to people? Like, what's the step? Because
How do we go, like, let's cross it off the list, show everybody, like, it's not them, like, doing something?
I like to look at it like this, for one. If we were to give no way for people to have any sort of skepticism, and they're not meant to believe in this yet, or they're not meant to have these experiences, or they won't take it well, what would happen tomorrow if we proved it for certain? You know, like, would that, like, create chaos?
You would prove that the paranormal is real if you did that. So why would you not do it? That is the most bullshit excuse I have ever heard, dude. People aren't ready for it. Are you actually kidding me? That is straight bullshit. They're not ready for it, so we can't do it. Okay, so when are we going to be ready for it? And again, if they did this with their shoes off or laying down or something, and they fully proved it, that would change millions of people's lives. Probably for the better, too. Because again, you would be confirming that the spirit realm is real. So why would you not do it? Also bullshit because they're like, oh, it would create chaos, blah, blah, blah. The government confirmed that aliens are real, and almost no one is talking about it. It would not create chaos. It would change people's lives, and all of these investigators who have spent years and years and years trying to prove that this is real, you would confirm that for them. You would change people's lives for the better if you would confirm this and prove this to be real.
Believe it or don't, we're still going to be waking up tomorrow and doing the same thing. So, you know, it's just one of those things.
Right.
That's just gross. If I'm being honest, that's just gross behavior. I don't like Satori. I don't like her vibe. She has something about her that she thinks that she's better than everyone, in my opinion. I know I'm coming across very hateful and aggressive in this. Honestly, I don't care anymore. That's why. Because what they are doing is so disgusting. It is so gross. And they come up with excuse after excuse as to why they can't do this or that and actually prove that it is real. And they don't take money because they could be sued if that's the case. It's just insane to me. I don't have respect for people who fake stuff like this and take advantage of people's grief. I'm sick of it. They do not deserve the platform that they have.
And there's also like this element that you guys were talking about, or at least you were talking about, Satori, that like you don't want people to like have the ability to disprove every single thing. Don't you think though, like if people could just disprove everything, like all that whole list, if we had a list of things and you could just check them all off and people were like, yes.
I don't think people would. I mean, there's some individuals out there that no matter what you show them, they're still not going to.
I could have a spirit sit
We
right
could do
here
this
next
for
to
days.
me, and
We have. We've done it. We've been there and done it. And you know, we've definitely learned that there's some people that you just can't change their mind.
And
But you actually haven't done the things that would 100% prove that you guys are real. You have not done those things. You haven't shown your feet while doing it, which I know is weird. I don't even like saying that, but like, you haven't done it. You haven't done it laying down or something. You haven't done it with Cody having noise-canceling headphones on so he can't hear Satori and what she's saying. Like, there's so many ways that you could possibly prove this 100%, and you have not done it. If you did this with no shoes on and no socks on, or if you did this while lying down, I probably would believe then. Because what else would it be at that point? So, at the end of the day, no, you can't say that you've done this and that you've done everything you can to prove it, because you haven't.
Someone did a little Reddit post, and they were talking about how, Cody, you created a company called Des Tech, which is like paranormal equipment, ghost hunting equipment. So there's a theory out there that this could be explaining the knocking noises. Like, this guy used to make paranormal equipment.
Really?
Like, why? Like, what could he be doing? Like, maybe, like, the theory is
Them laughing while he is trying to talk about this is so disrespectful and gross, in my opinion. Again, I don't know if it's just me being a hater, but that's just gross. Let him finish talking. It's also not a joke. This is a serious thing because you guys are taking advantage of people's grief, and he is bringing up ways that you guys could be completely faking it, and you are sitting there laughing in his face about it. That is so disrespectful and gross. Be serious about it, because again, you are taking advantage of people's grief. You have made people cry because they think that they are speaking to their loved one when they aren't. And that is disgusting. At least have a little bit of respect and decency.
had a lot of unique stuff come through, and then we did too. Like, we had stuff that blew our minds that came through.
Yeah.
But then they haven't done it for us yet, but they did. Someone did put together like a video where they like found the information that you guys are saying. Like, they found his grandma, they found the obituaries and all this stuff.
I wonder if, and this is just come to my head, they're obviously doing the research after watching the video. So they already have, I believe Sam's grandmother's the nickname. It was a nickname we came up with, I believe. So did they search that nickname and then Sam's,
I know.
because would you have found that if you just searched up Sam's grandmother?
Yes. If you just search Sam's grandmother's name, her obituary comes up that has her nickname on it. So yes, all of this stuff can be found without having the knowledge of the information beforehand.
I also wonder, how would we remember that, do it without anybody ever seeing it, and then accurately
One of you.
getting it?
What do you mean do it without anybody seeing it? You have an entire employee section that you could be doing it. And the other employees could be in on it with you. Like, it's not hard. And her thinking that she has like some gotcha moment there where she's like, oh, people would be seeing us doing it. No, they wouldn't. No, they wouldn't. And it's also information that isn't hard to remember. It's not hard. It really isn't. I guarantee you that, like, I would be able to do the same thing. And I have a horrible memory, dude.
Once again, it means one of you has a photographic memory.
Yeah.
But that is one of the theories being floated.
Yeah.
It's like, because people are finding.
They don't have to have a photographic memory to be able to remember all of that information, because in reality, it's not a lot of information that they are giving out. They give names and ages, and that's about it. So no, it really wouldn't be that hard for them to remember it. And it's also not that unrealistic for one of them to have a photographic memory as well.
His name like we did in the past with the alphabet.
All right. So I'm going to ask you, try figuring out your name here. I'm going to go through the alphabet, and when I get to the first letter of your name, I want you to give me a knock. A. B.
I think the thing that's throwing people up is the ABC thing, because they're like,
Yeah.
what? I thought he said he never did that, and like whatever, but I don't know.
Yeah.
On top of
They have literally said on multiple occasions now that they started doing that when they met. The ABC thing was started by Satori. They literally said it earlier in this video that she was the one who came up with that idea. So that alone, they are lying about. Like, they just straight up are lying about it. Straight to everyone's faces. Because literally in this video, in the same video, Satori said that she is the one that started the ABC thing. But 11 years ago, Cody was doing it. Make that make sense.
so, like, would you guys be willing to do the session with your shoes off and your socks off, just to show people, like, look at our feet. We are not popping our joints.
So the first thing sort of plays into the whole I don't want to force everybody to believe, because I wonder what that would happen to society if we did that.
Nothing that insane would happen. Stop acting like you're some holier than everyone type of person, that it's going to change everyone in the world's lives, because that is not what would happen at all. All you would be doing is confirming that the spiritual realm is real, and you would help other paranormal investigators. You would prove all of that work that your dad has done is real. So why wouldn't you do it? It's just bullshit.
But also another part is, and I'm going to be completely honest with you, I don't want my foot fetished on the internet. So I don't know if I want to do that.
That part is valid. I don't blame her for that. I really don't. But at the end of the day, whenever your credibility is being put on the line, why wouldn't you just suck it up and do it? Why wouldn't you just do it?
There have been some people in privacy, and they can speak to it if they want to, if they want to come forward and talk about it, that have seen it without shoes on.
And why would we believe them? Why would we have any reason to believe these people if they came forward? There's no reason for us to believe someone that would come forward and agree with her on this statement. I want video evidence of it being real.
But would you even, like, take that step, even as gross as you don't want your feet out there, like, just to prove to these people? Because it is, like, to me, the easiest way to disprove the joint thing is, like,
Well,
let's just film their feet and show you it's not their joints.
Yeah, maybe someday off camera we'd show you. Just because, again, I just am super weird about the feet. But yeah, maybe someday off camera.
Okay.
Just so that people like us can come forward and say, guys, we've seen it with their shoes off, with their socks off. It's not their joints.
Project Fear, again, all of them seem super nice. I have no reason to believe that they would lie about their evidence or anything like that. But again, at the end of the day, we aren't just going to take someone's word for it. So with Satori being like, oh, you'll never please them, this and that, literally what most people are asking for is to see their feet while doing this. Not in a weird way, but to prove that it is real. And that they aren't just popping their joints and their toes and feet. Like, making it into this whole big thing, like, I don't want to show my feet, whatever. Again, I get it. I fully get it. But if my credibility and what I do for a job was being questioned, I would do everything in my power to prove that that is real. And once again, like I have said multiple times in this video, if they would do this and prove that it is real, that is some of the most solid paranormal evidence that will ever exist. You will be helping to prove all of these investigators right. So why wouldn't you do that? You would change the lives of so many paranormal investigators, people in your job circle. Why would you not want to help them? Okay, so my final opinions on all of this. I think I've made it pretty clear that I firmly believe that Cody and Satori are faking. I think that they are taking advantage of people's grief And in those moments where there are the people there experiencing it for themselves, it is so much easier to manipulate them. These people are feeling super emotional because they think that they're speaking to a dead relative. It's going to be so much easier to make them think that the sounds are coming from this way or that way. It's just, I genuinely get so worked up and frustrated about this because I cannot fathom taking advantage of people like that. And for what? For fame? Is it really worth it at the end of the day? Like, is that truly worth it? And like I've said a million times already, if there were ways to 100% prove this, why would you not be doing it? The excuse of, oh, it would be too much for people, it would cause chaos. No, it wouldn't. Aliens were confirmed to be real and to exist, and no one has cared. There hasn't been a huge public outcry and chaos and insanity that has happened. What makes you think that you are so special that this would change the world and would cause chaos? It wouldn't. At the end of the day, it would help people. And those people that you spoke to that are probably now questioning all of the stuff that you said to them, guess what? It would help them to believe. It would help them get that closure that they probably need and want. At the end of the day, all it would do is good for you to prove it. So why wouldn't you do it? I would love more than anything to sit down with Cody and Satori and ask them all of these questions that I have and have them do this for me. And if I could see it off camera, I'll believe it. I will believe it 100% if I could see them do it barefoot. I don't know though. And there's also just something about their vibe that I think that they are so sure in their answers and they think that they're really pulling one over on everyone that they get big-headed about it almost. And they are going to slip up one of these days worse than they already have because they've had multiple slip-ups already. If you go and watch my videos reacting to them in Sam and Colby's videos, they have had multiple slip-ups already. I'm just waiting for the final blow of them being fully 110% disproven, even though in my opinion I feel as though that's already happened. But you get my point. This will probably be my last video on them. I'm very much over it and don't want to continue talking about it. The only way I'll talk about them again is if I am sitting in the same room as them, having them prove to me that they are real. That is the only other way that I will continue to speak about them. Until that day happens, though, this is probably my final video speaking on them. It's just someone requested me to do this, and I saw a lot of conversation happening about it, so I felt like I should address it as well. I think let's read some comments too. This comment here is one that I saw earlier that I thought was very important. The people making the claims are the ones responsible for providing proof. If you can't do it in a controlled environment, then you have no proof, period. It's not the responsibility of the critics to prove them wrong. That's not the scientific method. Also, believing in absolutely everything is not being open-minded. It's you closing your mind to facts. Honestly, I think that's where I'm going to end this video because there's nothing more I can say. I think that that person said it the best that any of us could, to be honest. So I'm gonna wrap it up now. If you guys like this video, please make sure to subscribe, like this video, leave a comment telling me your opinion on Cody and Satori. Turn on my post notifications so you never miss a post. Yeah, I'm just frustrated now. But I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!